The benefit of online marketing only is that, you spend your money, people are excited, they come in. It doesn't have to be the lowest in town, though there are many low price models. You just have to find yourself a niche. Hey there, everybody. It's Dr. Glenn Krieger here with another episode of Your 5-Minute Friday. Now today, in honor of our Orthopreneurs University speakers, Drs. Ben Fishbein and Amanda Floyd, who are speaking on April 1st about marketing scalability, I want to talk to you about marketing in your practice. Now, number one, if you have not signed up for that course, please go sign up. There are no two better speakers on this topic, in my opinion, than Dr. Fishbein and Amanda Floyd. I've been to their practice, I've been to their in-office course, and many of the top speakers that you know of and many of the top practices you know of have been through their in-office course. So this is the next best thing because you got 90 days to watch it. You don't have to be there live and you don't have to travel. But one of the things I want to talk about is marketing. So there's a lot of ways that you can be marketing your practice, right? You could invest all in on social media. And there are many practices that only market using SEO, AdWords, Google AdWords, Facebook ads, Instagram, and don't do anything else. I know of practices spending over $20,000 a month just in that. And I got to be honest with you, these are doctors who've said to me, I love the fact I don't have to deal with GPs anymore. I don't have to make deliveries. I don't have to do special events. I don't have to deal with PTAs and dropping gifts at schools and all the other things that go along with it. And as a result, all they do instead is just market through an expert who does it for them and nothing else. And if you say, wow, $20,000 a month, we'll get to that in just a minute. But let's talk about other options, right? You could do a more balanced approach like I've done in the past, where I have a spreadsheet that I've created where, you can market to on the web, like I just talked about. You could deal with the school and communities. So that could mean groups, parents groups, schools, daycares, anything that could be sports teams, things like that. You can market to your patients with giveaways and guess how many, Valentine's hearts are in the jar at Valentine's Day and things like that. You can market on other ways within your practice as well with events, right? You could have a party, Mardi Gras parties, Father's Day party, right? There's all these things you can be doing in your practice where you can spread the dollars effectively across them. And that's another way to do it. GP drops, but there's a lot of energy and effort that goes into that, but that might work for you as well. And essentially, you can ignore social media, but I would say you ignore that at your peril. And so there's lots of ways to look at your marketing. And I want you to ask yourself a couple of questions. What do you want for your practice? If you're going to market to GPs, you're going to have to be beholden to GPs. It means you're going to have to be writing a lot of consult letters. It means you're going to be doing a lot of hand-holding. And for those folks out there whose practices are 95% GP referral, that's a wonderful thing because you've got a pretty steady stream of referrals every month. But what happens if they start doing aligners? What happens if they start doing not fast braces, but any in-office braces themselves? What happens if there's another newer orthodontist who comes into town who woos them better and helps them in some way? What happens if they bring somebody in-house? So there's benefits with the faucet running full time and sending you new patients, but there's a possibility that could go away very quickly. The benefit of online marketing only is that, you spend your money, people are excited, they come in. It doesn't have to be the lowest in town, though there are many low price models. You just have to find yourself a niche and a way to do it. And I think you're going to find Amanda Floyd and Ben Fishbein are going to talk a lot about marketing and scalability and all the options that are out there. But let's go back to our dollars that we talked about. Let's say you're spending $20,000 a month. That's $240,000 a year just in marketing. And I will tell you that me and my partner, Doug Shaw, have always marketed probably 6 to 7% of our collections budget from the year before goes towards marketing. 6 to 7%. And that includes everything from website to GP drops to SEO to AdWords to everything. That's everything. And so what's your percentage? If you're spending 0.5% or 1%, I would argue you're probably a little bit on the low side. If you're spending 10 or 15 or 20%, you're obviously a little on the high side. So if you're going to spend $20,000 a month, I know of doctors, more than one, spending $20,000 a month who've grown by over $2 million in a year. Look, there's an old saying in advertising. I almost forgot. I was about to tell you. He who spends the most or she who spends the most wins. She or he who spends the most on marketing wins. So how much are you spending on marketing? Now, that doesn't mean just go out and dump money. Do it smartly. But whoever can afford to spend more to capture the customer will win. Now, I will tell you, there's a converse statement that's true as well. There was a period of time where I was talked into by one of these online marketing agencies to drop my fees by $1,000, to do an $1,000 off ad, which I did, and I had abysmal results. And let me tell you why. They found out that when I put $1,000 off, there was another GP office nearby that had an orthodontist come in every now and then, and they were charging $2,000 off. So the way Facebook works is that if you saw my ad for $1,000 off, you would automatically be targeted with the ad for $2,000 off because it said you were looking for braces. So someone would sign up for an appointment with me at $1,000 off, and then they'd never show up because they were going to the person with the $2,000 ad, is what I was told by the marketers. And their job to me was to say, hey, you should beat that, drop that by $2,500. And I said, why the hell am I hiring you? And this is the problem with a lot of online marketing companies, and I think you have to be very careful when you hire them, is that they're going to try to talk you into doing what's worst for you and best for them. Sure, $4,000 off braces. Gosh, Dr. Krieger, look how many new patients we brought you. You didn't bring me anybody. I could have posted an ad myself on Facebook, $4,000 off, and had a line out the door, but that's not what we're shooting for. So again, I'm just trying to get you to think about what you're doing before you do it. What do you want? Do you want to work with a ton of GPs, or do you just want to not be beholden to them? You have two ways you can do this, and you have to really decide what it is, and once you decide, implement the plan that makes that work. And so you could go all SEO, but you're not going to do that on a $1,000 a month advertising budget, likely. And you can do all GPs, but again, that comes with some caveats. So I strongly recommend you sign up for the Ben Fishbein and Amanda Floyd course. I guarantee you're going to love it, because if you're not, you let me know and I'll make it right. But you get 90 days to watch it. You don't have to be there live. You can watch it with your team over and over again. It's going to be a great course to really understand the systemization of scalability and marketing. And this is something we don't get a lot of, and you don't want to miss this course. So anyway, go click the link in the description here. Wishing you the best. Just know I'm always here for you if you ever need anything, and just wishing you a great day.